The time to save on new Accords is right now during Happy Honda Days at Team Honda. Get our lowest prices and biggest savings on our largest selection of Accords this year. Hurry in before these savings are gone during Happy Honda Days at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda on Seagan Lane.
Howdy.
How do?
Good morning.
Yeah.
Happy Thursday.
Eve.
I know, every day.
It is.
Yeah.
Dr. Steve going to join us here at a quick minute. He is.
There he is. He's here, folks. We promise.
Was that
kind
to
of
the
a
hand.
jazz hand?
Yeah.
That was kind of a jazz hand moment. Speak to the hand. Obviously, that's the person you're going to talk to. He's
Yes.
actually reconnecting once again. We had asked here at WAFB for like a no-nonsense Wi-Fi system. Our hope is that gets delivered.
Maybe Santa
we'll see.
will deliver.
Sunday's Christmas, we'll see. But he is actually finagling and fighting with that right now to reconnect so we can make sure to give you the forecast that you want, because that truly is the important thing. It's kind of a gross. Did we lose? Well, there's a little bit of downtown.
Yeah.
You can see a little bit of it going on.
Let's
but
show folks
kind of a gross
what
day
it
today,
kind of looks
too.
like. And it the last where it's been gray and gloomy and just kind of bleh outside.
Bleh.
Yeah, bleh.
But no, that's an absolutely technical term.
I saw a peak of sunshine, Tuesday for a
Where?
little bit?
Where?
It was brief. It was between 3 and 3:30 as we were out in a
Like
walk.
right
I
over your
said,
house?
Yeah.
That's a testament to you.
Oh.
It's always sunny wherever Liz is.
Well, it was brief, and then dark clouds rolled right over.
Whatever.
So I don't know what that
That's it.
is indicative of, but
Testament to me. Where I am.
yeah.
Where I am.
Gray cloud like Eeyore.
Yeah, just always over my head. No, are you kidding me?
Hey, so let me.
Yeah.
Guess Wi-Fi. Did that happen to you guys too? Is that just me?
Yeah, actually, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, for all the folks working in upper management, yeah, it is happening. My guest Wi-Fi, and this is brand new. Yeah, I'm on the guest Wi-Fi here at WFP as well. This is new over the last 2 days. My guest Wi-Fi is kicking me off every time I literally turn, like, because I used
That's
to have
what
to,
just happened to
Yep.
me. I had this all working, and
then
it kicked me.
And then it used to be good for 24 hours. You didn't have to re-sign in and give your bank account number and your blood type, your social security number, and who your best friend was in second grade, so they can check on you.
Of course.
But now it's literally every time the phone turns off.
Yeah.
It's like, not today, dink. And so yeah, I don't know what's
You
going
and
on.
I are not trustworthy.
No, security
Clearly.
protocols, they said, look, you guys
things I
have some
know.
questionable search histories. That's
I
what they're
know.
saying.
She's been peeking.
Let that be a warning.
She's been peeking.
Let that be a warning.
Turn off.
Yeah.
Clear.
Clear all the
History.
cookies. Clear all the cookies.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's the thing though. Steve's got it working again. He's a doctor after all.
We think.
And it really is all about the forecast, man. It really is.
Yeah, so we're kind of down to, your last hours. Get ready for the cold weather, and not to overplay this, but especially the outdoor stuff, getting the pipes ready and all that. Make sure you get that done today. It's cool outside this morning. It's not pretty, as you were kind of hinting at, but really cold weather not here yet. We do have a hard freeze warning that goes into effect tonight at, 9 o'clock. That right now is slated to run all the way through Christmas morning, Sunday morning. And I think it's a pretty good chance we'll even see a hard freeze warning Sunday night into Monday morning. But that gives you an idea. Widespread hard freeze expected tonight into tomorrow morning. We also have a wind chill advisory. So that is issued when wind chill values are expected to get below 13 degrees. And remember, the wind chill, that's what it feels like when you combine the temperature and wind, okay? So when the wind chills, forecasts get below 13, we get a wind chill advisory. Well, it looks highly likely that we'll have some single digits wind chill values around the area tomorrow morning. We also have, not to be confused with the wind chill advisory, a wind advisory. That's to warn of potentially winds gusting over 40 miles per hour. That goes into effect 9 o'clock tonight, runs through noon tomorrow. Metro New Orleans, Terrebonne, Lafourche parishes. Honestly, just about anybody in our area could see some of those gusts over 40 miles per hour. Weather Service just thinks a little more likely kind of around the lakes and along the coast. This could still get expanded. I'd be ready for that potential, even if you're not in the wind advisory. So with that, a couple of things to note. We've talked a lot about the cold, but with the wind as well. Number one, if you're going to be out driving tonight, just be ready for that crosswind on east-west roads, so like I-10, I-12, and especially as you get on bridges and overpasses, elevate a little bit. It's going to push you around a little bit as the winds gust. And the other thing is we can't rule out In fact, I'd say it's almost likely we're going to have at least some sporadic power outages with winds gusting in the 30s and 40s. It's not to say anything widespread, but just have in the back of your mind that we can't rule out power outages as this cold weather rolls in. So think about how you're going to stay warm just in case that happens. All right, there's your look outside. It's still pretty gloomy. We had a lot of drizzle and mist from late yesterday through the overnight and this morning. 49 degrees, Baton Rouge, Gonzales at 50, so mid 40s to low 50s right now. I think as winds start to pick up out of the south later this morning, we should start to mix out those clouds a little bit. The cloud bases will initially start to climb, won't be as low to the ground, and hopefully even some breaks in the clouds for some of you. With that in mind, with these winds starting to pick up out of the south and southwest, closer to 60 hopefully by lunch, low to mid 60s. So today's actually going to be a bit warmer as we wait on that cold front. Also a chance of rain later on today. So let's take a look at that on future radar. As we work our way through the morning, I think we'll largely be dry, other than that little bit of mist you might have seen this morning. Here we are, 2:30. Future radar starting to show a few showers trying to move on in. And by 4:30, scattered showers kind of rolling through the area. Now, an important point here. I've gotten this question several times already through the week. Do we need to worry about icing tonight? And the short and simple answer is no, I don't think so. Because even though we have a little bit of rain and we might get some moisture on some roadways, rain amounts should be pretty light. And then we talked about how those winds are going to really kick up. So the combination of low rain amounts and strong winds should allow any moisture, I think, in most spots to evaporate and dry up pretty quickly tonight, to where I don't think we'll have any major icing issues. So that's 7 o'clock. HRRR has the cold front kind of knocking on our doorstep. 59 degrees Baton Rouge, according to the HRRR. I'll give you the graph model, same time, 7 o'clock, and it's got the front a little bit faster, just east of Baton Rouge, so has this 48. So that'll have a little bit of an impact on potentially how cold we end up in the morning. The sooner the front gets through this evening, that would allow for a little more of a cool down tomorrow morning. Regardless, a hard freeze is on the way, but you'll note by midnight the graph already has many of us into the 20s. It might be a little bit aggressive. I'm thinking it's a little bit aggressive, but these numbers in the morning, it's in the neighborhood of what I'm expecting. So that would be potentially mid to upper teens near north of the state line, anywhere from upper teens to low 20s around Metro Baton Rouge, and low to mid 20s as you get closer to the coast. That's a widespread hard freeze regardless of where you are. And then you see some of these wind chill numbers that we talked about. Widespread single-digit values showing up here in the graph model. And you can see to our northwest, not far, even some sub-zero numbers. Certainly don't see that very often in our part of the world. So it gives you an idea. So with that in mind, if anybody was outdoors for any length of time with exposed skin and not dressed for it, this becomes dangerous cold. Now, as long as you dress for it, if you're going to be out doing the last minute shopping tomorrow, as long as you got jackets, coats on, you'll be okay. You just don't want to be out in this stuff for any length of time, especially with any exposed skin. All right, so let's talk over some tips. Again, things to keep in mind in terms of being ready. Wrap the pipes. If you haven't done that today, get it done. Most of mine are done. I haven't covered my outdoor faucets yet, but I've got the covers for it. I'm going to do that when I get home later on today. Space heaters, please be careful. We always get a rash of fires, these cold weather events, often tied to space heaters. Don't leave them on overnight. Don't leave them on if you're not in the room. Don't leave them unattended. Don't use extension cords. If you go buy one, say now or into the weekend as this cold weather hits, look for one that has an auto shut-off feature if it tips over. They're pretty common now, but something to look for. Make sure you have working smoke and carbon monoxide detectors in your home. A few other tips I shared this morning. Outdoor sprinkler systems, drain those lines because those can also freeze and burst if you've got any water sitting in the lines with those. Hoses, just your garden hoses that you have outside, they often have water left in them after you've used them last. And if you forget about that, that water can freeze, expand, and your hose will burst. That's not as bad as your pipes. That's just going to be a broken hose, but still something you might want to take care of. And then this can help. So open up cabinets in your home that have pipes underneath. So your kitchen cabinets, your bathroom cabinets. What that does is allow some of the warm air in your house to actually start to warm the pipes a little bit and the water inside of it. Every little bit makes a difference. So another good little tip, opening those cabinet doors. We got an email this morning, a couple other tips that I hadn't really thought about. Number one is to set your dishwasher to run overnight. Now, we need to be careful we don't stress our water systems too much, but you run that. Bottom line is if you have water moving through your pipes, it's better than static water. All right, it's harder to freeze that moving water, so run in your dishwasher. If you have to wash clothes, if you have a delay feature and can run that late tonight, that can also help. All right, here's the cold air. It's plunging south this morning. Dallas now 27, Oklahoma City 4, Amarillo, Texas 1 below 0. That's the actual air temperature. So this is surging southeast. It's on the way. And the actual air temperatures to our north just ridiculous. Denver, Billings 22 below. Cheyenne, Wyoming 23 below. Even as far south as Wichita 4 below 0. And the wind chill numbers just off the charts. Places like Cheyenne, Billings, it feels like 48 degrees. Can you imagine that? I certainly can't. Feels like 48 degrees, but look as far south as places like Wichita even. You've got, and even into the panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma, we're now seeing wind chill values minus 20, minus 30. So this is the real deal, folks. All right, so here today, we're actually going to be kind of mild this afternoon, low to mid 60s, so scattered showers, and then it's the cold stuff. We talked about it in a good bit of detail. One other thing I didn't mention, tomorrow may struggle to get above freezing near and north of Baton Rouge, so that doesn't help. Saturday morning I've got 19. I would actually be colder Saturday morning if not for what looks like some cloud cover moving in, which helps a little bit. It's not enough to prevent a hard freeze though. Christmas Eve highs in the mid 30s. Christmas morning around 20, if not back into the upper teens, highs in the low 40s. And one more hard freeze possible Monday morning. The threshold 25 or below. I've got 23. Monday, Tuesday still chilly, and then what a change next week as we hit the 70s by the end of the week. One other thing to note, and we'll tackle this on down the line a bit, but we could have some rain in the mix for New Year's, guys. We'll watch as it gets closer.
Something to watch later on. We just got to get past this cold spell, Steve.
Yeah, we'll worry about that for now.
I'm exhausted.
I know.
I kind of am too.
Good gracious.
That's mostly the Wi-Fi.
Well,
we're
that
working on that too.
Just watching Steve do that, I'm
I
exhausted.
know.
Man, there's so much going on.
Golly.
So much. Steve, thank you, man. Because again, yeah, it is, as Steve mentioned, it is critically important you pay attention. These are dangerous numbers.
Yeah.
We always say, we're not used to these type of temperatures. Doesn't matter if you're used to it. These things are dangerous wherever.
Exactly, and you don't want to get caught off guard because you hear those tips all the time about space heaters, about you not using your oven to warm up your home, but it's because we have those house fires, because we cover them. We really want to let people know, even if it helps one family.
Right.
One family out, it makes all the difference.
And you talk about those potential for house fires. Difficult day today for Baton Rouge firefighters.
Yeah.
They're laying one of theirs to rest.
We're talking about Captain Walker Hill. The procession was held for him
Right.
on Monday, but today is actually his funeral. In fact, in about 35 minutes, the wake begins for Captain Hill over at Estruma Baptist Church.
So yeah, the wake at 10, and they're setting the funeral for right around noon. It's been a long time of service for Captain Hill, and died of a medical emergency while on duty. I'm sure you've heard the story by now. But yeah, saying goodbye to someone who served tirelessly this community. Again, as Liz mentioned, there's no procession today. That's already done.
Yeah.
Everything's happening in one spot, Estruma Baptist.
You can go pay your respects to the family, to his colleagues there. Multiple fire departments around the region will be participating today, so certainly a sight to see there at Estruma.
It will. It will be. Okay, want to make sure everybody knows about this.
Yes.
This has the potential to impact a lot of families down here.
Women, Infant, Children Program, the WIC program, better known for. So the people who get this resource, which is a lot of people in Louisiana, the website is actually down.
Right.
Louisiana Department of Health sharing the news on social media saying, hey, the website for these resources are down, but there are alternatives.
So what you got to do, and actually we put this up over here, you got actually what actually went on right here, what we know the very latest, but if you kind of scroll down, what Liz is talking about, those other options are right here waiting for you. Stay working all to get this done. In the meantime, the available resources have been added to the Department of Health, Louisiana Department of Health WIC page. Click that. That is right there waiting for you in this story. So if you go to the page that you're used to going to and find that error message, we have the link to the thing that's working
Yes.
in this story.
Including an alternative phone number if you
Yeah.
really need to get to someone in person.
Right.
Let's talk about some more resources to offer folks in our community.
So good.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this for what, a couple weeks now.
Yes.
All the giveaways, but they just keep rolling in.
3 of them happening today.
Yeah.
In fact, one of them kicking off at what, noon o'clock?
Noon o'clock.
Yeah.
I love a good noon o'clock.
Baton Rouge City Constable's office holding another
Rare.
toy giveaway. They held one yesterday. And remember, a kid has to be present when
Right.
you come and show up at the Leo S. Butler Center.
There you go. Okay, so again, find that story. It's going to be one of the top ones. It has been for a while. As Liz mentioned, this is just one of them. Let's roll through it here.
Come on.
Another one starts at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Now, this is going to be over in Iberville Parish. We're at the corner of Barrow Street and Highway 1. This gets going again at 3 o'clock. Another opportunity to get out there and maybe get that toy in hand before the day shows up. So that's number 2 and number 3 right here as well.
Santa is going to be there. Yeah, at the Idea Bridge Academy on Airway Drive. And this one starts at 6 p.m. Black Santa's coming for anyone who's interested,
Yes,
particularly.
indeed.
Lots of different toy giveaways in our part of the world. As Matt mentioned, multi-parishes. So
there.
this is the best resource to make sure a kid has a gift to open on Christmas Day.
There's actually some stuff underneath that too. The giveaways just kind of
There's
keep.
more.
There are more. So jump on and go ahead and check that out if you feel like you might be in the need.
Yeah.
Are you, Liz Coe, fisherman?
No, but I'm thinking about picking it up.
Man, look at those fish.
Yeah.
Well, actually, today would be a good day to. No, I don't know. Here's the thing. It's about to get
Today would, maybe not tomorrow.
Yeah, wicked cold.
Yeah.
But Breck has actually stocked 4 of their ponds with rainbow trout. They've tagged some of these.
Yeah.
And actually, if you go out and catch one of these tagged fish, you can win some stuff.
It's time for the fishing rodeo, sponsored by Breck. As Matt mentioned, lots of rainbow trout in their 4 different ponds, and there are prizes for those who go out fishing.
Right.
Able to find those with tags, snap a picture, and you send them
Send it
to
in.
Breck.
Right.
And they will send you a prize.
Because that's the proof. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't just email and be like, I got a fish with a tag on it.
You got to prove it.
They want the proof.
Right.
So essentially, yeah, it's not like my son coming to me and saying I did this.
Did you?
Proof, my man. Show me the proof.
Right.
So yeah, snap a picture, have fun with it. Careful over the next few days. This is not just happening over the next few days. This actually runs to early January.
Yeah.
So you're going to have some opportunities, and as next week shows up, it may be a better opportunity for you to get out there and actually, the water that you're dropping the line in may actually be liquid at that point. It could be some frozen variety here,
Yes.
but you never. It's again hard freeze on the way. So be careful with the fishing.
Yes.
But enjoy it.
If you want to do some research, figure out where the 4 ponds you want to go, we've got all the details, including the email address that you need to send that proof of fish to.
Exactly.
Yes.
Got to show them proof.
Yeah, you do.
All right, so there you go. Welcome to the Plus, everybody. What you can expect in the days to come, and look, we try to put ourselves everywhere. So if you want more, you can actually have it whenever you need it.
And remember, our First Alert weather team is making sure to update all of their forecasts specifically for what we call OTT, which is where you can find WAFB Plus on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, and Apple TVs, all the different places you can find us to make it easier for you. As Matt mentioned, especially as we talk about this cold spell coming up in the next couple of days.
So yeah, it is vitally important. Actually, that cold spell, Steve is literally right now.
Yeah.
He was with us earlier. He's literally right now in our conference room briefing
our crews.
everybody about what is to come. And so you may normally see him here at the back end. We kind of talk about a little fun stuff, but he's got some real stuff to deal with. He's literally heading the meeting in there right now, talking a little bit about what is to come. So that's what's going on.
Yes.
But we do want to give you a few things to smile at as you go through this day of insanity. How about some Baby Llama Mama time?
All of that.
I don't know what I just said, and I think I twisted a bunch of stuff in
Baby
there.
Mama Llama drama.
That's the stuff
Well,
right
half
there.
of it is very true,
Is it?
right?
Okay.
So what you're looking at is very cued in surveillance footage from an airplane.
Very much so. That's a
yeah,
llama?
take a look at the center of your screen.
Okay.
So that's a llama.
All right.
On the loose.
Look, we got the llama.
Llama
Stand
on the
by
loose.
for an address.
Yeah.
Okay. So then they get on the ground. Is that the? Well, that's
Yeah, it
the-
is. We're looking at body cam footage, aerial
gosh,
footage.
what
This
is happening?
is from the Fairfax County Police Department in Virginia. A group of officers on their toes trying to catch an unexpected llama that unexpectedly disappeared, and it was dramatic.
I love the play-by-play. They're like so close.
Oh, I know. You can read some of the captions
Yeah.
as they were talking to. I wish you could hear it, but this elusive female llama escaped from her shelter, so they had to hit it from the sky and on the ground until officers were finally able to catch the llama to prevent the drama.
Oh.
Eventually, they got it. Asked if it had ID, like a llama
stop.
carries drama. Yeah. Well, they finally got her to the shelter, but I tell you what, she was on the run. She just wanted to live a little bit.
Just wanted to get out and see
She
the world.
wanted a night on the town. Wanted to
out.
kick her feet up.
Where the heck's a llama going to keep its ID?
Right. Well, maybe buried deep beneath the fur.
All
Somewhere up in there.
Not that pocket.
No, I don't think so.
The other
but
one.
they got her. They got her, and
That's the
she's
good
safe.
news. Looks like she's comfortable in the hay.
She is.
There you go.
I just love this aerial footage. I can't get over it.
I know, right?
Like,
I mean,
there she is,
that's
there she
literally
is.
like, all right, we got him. He's hiding underneath the dumpster. Let's go.
Look at the heat
Get the units
sensor.
in there. No, it's a llama. It's literally, we got the llama. Stand by for
Stand by
address.
for it. This is so serious. Look at that. Look at that. Real body cam footage of a llama running away.
Look, man. You know, those guys who wear the uniform and
Yeah.
wear the badge, they just never know what they're going to get called to do.
Every
There you
day
go.
is a different
It
day.
really is.
Not an office job.
All right, so from Fairfax County,
Yes.
let's take you to a place where the gingerbread villages are just a little bit more special than anything I've ever seen.
Your house?
Nope.
Oh.
I can't look, man. My kids love them with some gingerbread houses,
Okay.
and we're getting pretty good at them. We got a tiny little gingerbread.
Yeah.
You saw the pictures?
Yeah.
We got a little gingerbread village
Yeah.
on a little like Lazy Susan on the
Yeah.
center of the table. Spin it around, looks gorgeous.
They've got peppermint bark pavers.
We do.
That's
we got
serious.
peppermint bark pavers. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
It sucks compared to this thing. Take a look.
Ah.
This is that a train? Did I just see a train?
I think you. Oh,
That's a chocolate train. This is the
What?
Poland Express. See what we did there?
I
Play on the
do.
Polar Express?
I do.
A Polish miniature railway company building gingerbread cities as sets for Christmas this year. Wow. I know.
Look at that.
All the buildings decorated, colored in, well, yes, icing and everything. Man, look how detailed this stuff is.
I
And
mean-
yeah, those trains. Is that a farm? The windmill? Look at all this. The train's made of chocolate. It's absolutely insane. So they're. You've seen the churches, the houses, recreations of cities, medieval town halls,
Yeah.
all the zoo. That's kind of obviously the time lapse of them kind of getting through it and going to it.
Yeah.
I have questions about, okay, the train is made of chocolate. Like how much chocolate is the
that's a
train
good
made
question, because how do you put it on wheels, and then just the logistics of that?
of?
How does that work?
I don't know.
Wow.
But this is another level of okay,
Artistry.
Yeah, my kids are going to have to step it up.
I mean, maybe you send them to Poland for a winter, just
Well,
see
yeah.
how they
there
they
you
do.
go. A semester abroad kind of a program
Yeah.
for gingerbread.
Specifically for gingerbread
Yeah, village
house
making.
making,
Yeah,
village
that's
making.
exactly- Look at that
look
house.
at that. That's so
That's
ornate.
not a house. That's like a castle.
I'm still so confused about all of this chocolate.
Yeah,
the
that's a
chocolate
lot.
train. How many pounds of sugar was used for this? What, like
1,000 pounds of sugar, more than 1,000 pounds of sugar. 100 eggs, more than 1,000
Golly.
pounds of sugar.
yeah, that's a lot of sugar.
I can't even. Here's the thing, though.
Okay.
I don't know if you could, like. I don't know if you can eat all. I'm not sure how much you can eat. Like with some of those kits,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to eat that. Meanwhile, like most of the rooftops in my gingerbread house at the
Yeah.
at the house are gone. It's all my son.
Well, that's what I was wondering. How
It's all
many
my
days
son.
can you leave it up for and then eat it? Is
Well,
it good or is it stale by
It doesn't
then?
matter. My son will eat it.
Okay.
It's just he doesn't care. And it's
No
right there at the
man's land.
dinner table.
No man's
And so
land.
it's like a little lazy Susan. We'll
Yeah.
spin it around, and it's just like me. And I'm like a home inspector. I'm sitting there. I'm like, all right, let's see the damage done. And it's all my son.
Yeah.
His sisters are just looking at him like, yeah. So now you know.
Ruined the gingerbread village for everyone.
Let me tell you, the house inspections failed.
Have you guys heard that prices are up on everything?
Oh God,
I've
everything.
seen that.
This just in,
Everything.
right?
Yeah.
Right. That's just it.
So that apparently includes housing.
Sure. Of course.
And if you want to live like Santa, even. All right. So the living up on the North Pole, according to Zillow.
Is this a Zillow list?
This is a Zillow listing.
Yeah, they say Kris Kringle's property is now worth over $1 million. $1,154,137 to be exact.
Okay.
Of course, this isn't exactly real.
Sure.
Yeah, but that's for what it's worth. A value jump of over 12% over the last
That's pretty
year.
good. I mean, you
Oh,
want to sell
really?
more than you buy.
Yeah, so according to this pretend listing, St. Nick's home sits on 25 acres, was constructed in the 1800s. Poor kids before the 1800s, what'd they do? Where was
Nothing.
St. Nick?
Good question.
exactly.
It's just freezing up on the North Pole.
Right.
3 bedrooms, 2 baths, floor to ceiling fireplace.
Wow.
And you got to have room for the elves, right?
Yeah, of
You got to have
course.
a nice kitchen for baking as well, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
For your Santa. So they've got that. Zillow first listed this property, this pretend property, 6 years ago for just over $650,000.
Oh.
Oh, it's
and
up.
now it's up 77% if you consider that original price.
Wow.
Everything's going up.
Did you see? Look at this. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, multiple tiny homes. It's off the market. Look at that. Look at that.
Multiple tiny homes.
12. It boasts an
Nothing
oven.
is ever completely off the market.
Never.
Also very
The
true.
right price.
Yeah.
Everybody has
Make
a price.
him an offer.
Make Santa
It
an
boasts
offer.
an oven with 12 different cookie settings. Cookies are served directly from oven to table with cocoa on tap. Come on.
I mean, that sounds like it's ready to go. We just got to be
Listen,
able to find this.
You think we can go in on a timeshare, a Christmas timeshare together?
Maybe. I think if we offer Santa like, I don't know, December 24th off,
Yeah.
the evening of, he might be interested.
Yeah.
There you
He
go.
might take us up on the offer.
All right. Well, think
Put
about
you
it.
in the sled.
Oh,
Santa cap.
that sounds kind of fun.
Actually, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly. I think so. Like
Okay,
little
this
Tim
is-
Allen Santa Claus.
Yeah. Oh, this has got the makings.
You know, right now I'm not so popular going this weekend, so
Listen.
this might help my popularity rating if.
Look, here's the thing, though. We talk about it, and we'll have some fun with it because we can. But to Steve's point, man, this is very serious. He's literally just in the big room across the way over here, briefing everybody on what's coming. And so, have fun as the Christmas time shows up, but understand what's out there.
That's right. So get ready for it. And one other thing I didn't talk about earlier, I kind of hit on this. Some sporadic power outages. You know, we wouldn't expect anything widespread, but just because it's going to be so windy, not ice, but because of wind.
Yeah.
So just have in your mind, you know, if we do lose power, if you lose power tonight or tomorrow morning, how you're going to stay warm, how you can do that safely, and you know, lighting your home, things like that. One other thing I forgot to mention, you know, God forbid if you do have a burst pipe, make sure you know where the shutoff, the main is for
that's
your
good
house.
advice.
Yes.
So that you know how to turn that water off.
Absolutely.
Always good advice.
Very good.
Ooh.
So, yeah, y'all be safe. Of course, look, we're not quite there yet. We still got a Friday to go with you, but it's going to be a Friday where we can be bundled up in here. So, y'all just be safe out there. We'll be going through it with you.
Make the most of every moment together in a 3-row Mazda CX-9. Find yours during the season of inspiration.
Make no payments for 90 days on a new CX-9 during the season of inspiration at Team